frequency. We have a brand new lineup.
Hey, what's up? This is Black Coffee.
Hey, Ty, this is Ifani or Mr. Imani.
Everybody.
Hey, what's up? This is Donald, the one and only Mr. I Deserve.
What's good, my people? This is Gabo Moy.
Hi, this is Danny K.
Hey, this is Troy the Lazy.
Yo, what's up? This is AK.
It's boy LES.
This is Sans. You're listening to Capricorn Fm, Limpopo's hottest frequency.
Capricorn FM. Capricorn FM. Capricorn FM News. Reliable and independent.
It is 6 o'clock and these are your top stories. The Limpopo Transport MEC concerned about acts of extortion by taxi patrollers. The Parliament Committee warns against increasing VAT and blocking of humanitarian aid in Gaza condemned.
And coming up in your sports in this hour, Benny McCarthy insists that Kenya can surprise a lot of people by qualifying for the 2026 World Cup after being appointed as the country's new head coach. And the Proteas batsman, who's Henry Klassen, is not phased after being forced to travel between Pakistan and Dubai and then back again in the last couple of days. Your sports in detail, 6:30.
Rishile. We begin here. Limpopo Transport and Community Safety MEC Violet Mathieu says alleged acts of extortion by taxi patrollers against motorists are spiraling out of control. Now, during the release of the provincial crime statistics for the second and third quarter of the 2024-2025 financial year in Polokwane on Monday, the MEC expressed concern over taxi operators or taxi patrollers rather, who allegedly force motorists to pay 2,500 rand if they are found to be loading passengers. Mate says that they are receiving complaints on a daily basis.
The law enforcement belongs to the police and the traffic officers. Exclusively, no other person or grouping should impersonate or take over the functions of the law enforcers.
Now, the MEC says she is also disappointed that the scourge of gender-based violence is persistent. On Monday, Provincial Commissioner of the Police in Limpopo, Lieutenant General Thembi Hadebe, indicated that sexual assault increased by 7.3% in the second quarter and only decreased by 0.8% in the third quarter. Mate says that they are planning to hold a men's indaba because men play a critical role in the fight against gender-based violence.
Or like even other departments to convene with the quest to mold our children responsible adults who respect each other.
To this story now, Chairperson of Parliament's Portfolio Committee on Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs, Dr. Zweli Mkhize, says increasing the rate of value-added tax should only be implemented as a last resort. His comments come amidst uncertainty surrounding the proposed VAT hike, with no confirmation yet on whether the increase will be included in the upcoming national budget. Finance Minister Enoch Godongwana is expected to table the budget next week, which is expected to provide clarity on the matter. Now, briefing Parliament on Monday, Mkhize said that a proposed 2 percentage point increase in VAT could exacerbate even further poor communities' ability to pay for municipal services.
Part of what we had committed to do, and I'm talking from a point of view of our party manifesto, is to look at how we can actually increase items that would be either zero-rated or VAT exempted as a way of shielding the poor, so that some of the simple food that is nutritious, that is available to the poor communities are affordable.
And finally, several Arab states and the United Nations have condemned Israel for blocking the entry of all humanitarian aid into the Gaza Strip. Egypt and Qatar say the Israeli move on Sunday violates a ceasefire deal, while UN humanitarian chief Tom Fletcher described it as alarming. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says his country acted because Hamas was stealing the supplies and using them to finance its terror machine. Capricorn FM's Butomi Makubela has more.
The ceasefire deal halted 15 months of fighting between Hamas and the Israeli military, allowing the release of 33 Israeli hostages for about 1,900 Palestinian prisoners and detainees. A Hamas spokesperson said Israel's blockade was cheap blackmail and a coup against the ceasefire agreement. Qatar's foreign ministry has described Israel's decision as a clear violation of the ceasefire agreement and international humanitarian law. In Egypt, the foreign ministry accused Israel of using starvation as a weapon against the Palestinian people. Meanwhile, Saudi Arabia expressed its condemnation and denunciation of the Israeli aid blockade. Vutomi Makuvela, Capricorn FM News.
And that is all from me, Refilwe Matevula. I will be back with headlines at 6:30.
For more of this and other news, visit capricornfm.co.za and follow Capricorn FM News on Twitter. Attention all aboard. We interrupt this broadcast to bring you a very next. We're back on top where we belong. Limpopo's hottest frequency is about to get lit with the hottest entertainment 24/7. Dishing out the hottest playlists, music for your old and new memories, and the company you don't even have to ask. We have everything you could ask for, including the things you didn't know you needed. It doesn't get hotter than Limpopo's hottest frequency. Capricorn FM. Unstoppable. Uncontainable.
Give it up for
Limpopo's hottest frequency. Limpopo's hottest frequency. Capricorn Breakfast on Limpopo's hottest frequency.
All right, so now, musician Ubome Obo Manga. All right, just tell your friends to tell their friends will tell their friends that breakfast show, a superlative one, is here already. Welcome to Capricorn FM, a superlative breakfast. All right, we're here for you until 9 o'clock. All right, I'm not alone here. I got my beautiful co-presenter. What up?
Absolutely. Morning.
No,
The whole team is here. It's a beautiful morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Tuesday, and we're ready to do this.
All right, we're ready to do this. All right. Okay, the entire team is here to make sure that this morning becomes remarkable. All right, guys, welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Dimachiro. All good, man.
Hey, by the way, I don't want to use Sivenda today.
It lands you in trouble.
Yeah,
it triggers the past.
Yeah,
and it lands you into very hot water.
Yeah, I'll also try and help Renaud. He might fall into it, but no, it's fine. I think it's not that
Okay.
bad.
It's
okay.
like he needs to get with the program.
Yeah.
Plus, yesterday there was advice that was given. Say Capricorn FM 5 times, like wherever you are. Like how you go
Yes.
along when you're on a queue, about to buy something at the store. Capricorn FM.
I think even the
Capricorn
calls,
FM.
when he answers the call,
Capricorn
Capricorn
FM,
FM,
hello?
hello. That will help.
All right, so many things are happening. All right, we're always waking up to new developments. There's a lot of stuff. Today there's a lot of things that we're going to actually focus on. People are getting employed, medical aid issues and everything. Yeah. Because once we mention medical aid, people always think about going to hospital.
Yeah.
All right, they're going to cover me.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of things.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of things, yeah.
Where there's a lot of things, also things can go wrong. We'll touch base on that later on and just, jump into that and see what you have to say about that and your thoughts around that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, let's just quickly go for a commercial break. When we return, there's a whole lot more.
Join over 19 million shoppers and unlock over 1,000 exclusive deals at ShopRite. Get extra with deals like a pack of 30 large Right brand eggs for only $79.99 and a 6-pack of 1 liter Parmalat Everfresh Long Life Milk for just $99.99. Save 25 Rand. Offers valid till 9 March at Gauteng, Mpumalanga, Limpopo and Northwest Province ShopRite stores. Go big, get extra. Only at ShopRite.
All right, it's 14 minutes after 6 right now. All right, the song that we played first, it was our, a breakfast hit that we actually wake up to. That's the morning soundtrack. So if they want to send us their songs, they can do that.
That's how you start your day. You get in touch with us, 079-899-6226. This time around, it's the morning soundtrack. This is the soundtrack to your day.
All right, yeah. So that one was just touching me. I told you about it. It's one of the songs that I always play. By the way, I do play, right?
You play?
Yeah, I do play.
As in DJ mixing?
I can give you a good run.
Okay. Like, are you like a hip-hop DJ or?
No, I'm not a hip-hop DJ, Afrotech. That's what I do.
Okay.
Ask them, they will tell you about me.
High five.
Yeah, they'll tell you about me. All right, there's a lot of things that we're going to talk about. All right, you can also get in touch. You send us your messages. It's going to be, quite exciting to read them out, to get in touch with you so that you can be part of the program. Participate actively. This is your program. All right, when we put it together, we put it together for you. All right, thanks to our producer, Chloe. She's here for us as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting today. All right, welcome to the program. This is Capricorn FM Breakfast.
Complexion and Mbona Shita on the Capricorn Breakfast.
This is the foursome of Bongo Muffin, all right, the way Kunga Corner. 20 minutes after 6 right on Capricorn FM, breakfast, all right. We got Fifi in the house here, but when we come back, all right, from here, there's a very interesting story that we will be focusing on. Fifi.
Hey, my story is interesting too. Well, at least that I think so. Yesterday, we knew that a 41-year-old Congolese national would be making his second court appearance before the Pretoria Magistrates Court, where he faces charges linked to the alleged torture of patrons at the popular nightclub in Pretoria, Zanzu nightclub. Remember those videos that were making rounds on social media? But his bail application or bail bid was delayed because it was heard in court that another victim in relation to that particular case has now been identified, has been traced or has come forward. The suspect, or rather it emerged in court that authorities have now traced the seventh victim, and he only managed to depose to his affidavit on Sunday. So the state prosecutor, Liana Bosman, confirmed the investigating officer had been confirmed the accused bail information. So more charges, we are told, are expected to be added as investigations continue, and the matter has been postponed to the 28th of March.
All right.
This year.
Yeah. That's a very, a touching story. This issue has been like ongoing. We hear of developments every day. And, one wonders, where do they get the guts? To act, but they're still suspects though. Remember, they're not convicted yet, so we're still talking about the suspects. But anyway, it's an issue for another day. Paul, there's another story.
So yesterday, I read this story during the financial indicators. There was actually a request that came through to follow up on that particular story. It was a story regarding medical aid fraud and how people get caught. And when I say medical aid fraud, I know you think you are not involved in any way. So in case you missed it, so the Bloemfontein Magistrate Court in the Free State has convicted and sentenced a 48-year-old mother after she defrauded GEMS, or Government Employees Medical Scheme, of more than 400,000 rands. So last week, she was found guilty of medical aid fraud and sentenced by a court. This is what happened. Now, she brought her daughter, who was not on the GEMS medical aid, to a hospital, and the minor was admitted. The sick child's sister, that's Khabu's other child, was the one with a GEMS medical aid cover. Now, the sick child later sadly passed on in hospital. When it was time to register her daughter's death and to be issued a certificate, she was left with no choice but to confess that she had been admitted under the name of a surviving daughter who is a beneficiary of GEMS. Do you understand?
Imagine. Yeah.
We do that a lot.
Yeah.
We grew up knowing. Okay, let me not incriminate myself.
You just did. You said we. And I was like, you
grew up.
No. Let us not change the approach now. You were talking.
Yeah.
About yourself.
I was saying that. Like in the family, there would be an aunt.
Yeah.
And you got to gold.
Yeah.
And I would let mamgolo gold. Mamgolo rawa cha James Yakashi. We go dentist or whatever. For whatever reason. And sometimes I don't even know if we sort of like connive with these medical practitioners for this to happen, or if they see it and they turn a blind eye.
Yeah.
But it happens.
I think there is a conniving.
That happens
here and there.
Yeah.
People are also withdrawing money through these medical aid arrangements. They do that.
And
they're conniving with this medical protection. I know it happens. Yeah.
So you think that you are not doing it, but even think about over-the-counter medication.
Yeah.
And how you get it using your medical, around medical aid, and how that whole process goes.
Yeah, I think it would be interesting to actually get the listeners' input on this issue.
Have you ever consulted using, let other people consult a medical aid?
No.
Never.
No. Not at all. No.
Wana buti?
No.
Wana mamrolo?
No. It's a no.
No.
Fifi.
At all.
I have never.
You've never.
I have never.
All right. Okay.
I have never.
Okay.
I don't want to say not yet. Because the idea is not to ever.
You don't want to do it
because it's wrong.
I'm
not good with breaking the law, guys. But
that statement, that's actually, because you're not good.
It's not a safe space.
It's not a safe space at all.
And you can't be anonymous.
So you tell us if you've ever let other people consult using your medical aid. Even what we mentioned earlier on, the over-the-counter medication, how strict are you when it comes to medical aid fraud?
All right, get in touch. Our WhatsApp number is 079-899-6226. I'll repeat the number, 079-899-6226. Let's just quickly go for a commercial break. When we come back, Kendrick Lamar.
Capricorn FM has signed a code of conduct that is enforced by the Broadcasting Complaints Commission of South Africa. Under the code, we are committed to giving you news that is accurate, comment that is fair, and programming that isn't harmful and doesn't amount to hate speech. If you think we are not living up to that code, then you can inform the Broadcasting Complaints Commission of South Africa. Direct any complaints in writing to the Broadcasting Complaints Commission of South Africa, P.O. Box 412365, Craig Hall 2024. That's the Broadcasting Complaints Commission of South Africa, P.O. Box 412365, Craig Hall 2024. Or send a fax to 011-325-5736 or an email to bccsa@nabsa.co.za. For more information, please visit bccsa.co.za. Hey you in Lepalale. Thank you for keeping our frequency lit on one.
If you look at him, you will never see a rapper. Looks like a reggae artist.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Now I can't unsee
maybe because Nandiko Focus has the dreads. I don't know.
I think so.
But when you look at him, you don't see like Dr. Dre. You don't see Tupac. You just see somebody.
You are looking for like a thug-looking guy. You're looking for like a bad boy, and he's just giving a regular guy in the hood.
There we go. All right, what a beautiful track. All right, Fifi is here.
News headlines on Capricorn FM.
Limpopo Transport and Community Safety MEC Violet Mate says alleged acts of extortion by taxi patrollers against motorists are spiraling out of control, with motorists forced to pay 2,500 rand if they are found to be loading passengers. Eskom Limpopo says the implementation of load reduction in some areas under the Bapalaborwa local municipality is as a result of non-payment and illegal connections, adding that the power outages will continue. And Chairperson of Parliament's Portfolio Committee on Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs, Dr. Zwelim Kize, says increasing the rate of value-added tax should only be implemented as a last resort. Maungu Ishtalo yatalanzela hi awara yankombo.
Let's look at the minimum and maximum temperatures for today. Tsini 1931, Palabora 2133, Musina 2134, Toyando 1930, Makado 1930, all days 2131, Polokwane 1831, Tabazimbi 1930, Lepalale 2032, Bilabela 1930, Mokopane 1730, Groblersdal 1829, Bombela 1731, Mashishing 1429, Johannesburg 1727, Pretoria 1928, Cape Town 2025, Durban 2029. Looking at the extended weather forecast, Limpopo this morning drizzle and fog patches along the escarpment. Otherwise, partly cloudy and warm, becoming cloudy in the south with isolated showers and thunder showers. Mpumalanga morning drizzle and fog patches along the escarpment. Otherwise, cloudy and cool to warm with isolated showers and thunder showers, but scattered along the escarpment, except on the Lowveld, where it will be partly cloudy and hot in places in the afternoon. Durban, partly cloudy, and Cape Town, cloudy with morning foggy conditions. And that's it for your weather.
Capricorn FM Sport. On and off the field, we've got you covered.
Let's take a first look at our sports on the Capricorn Breakfast. Benny McCarthy insists that Kenya can surprise a lot of people by qualifying for the 2026 World Cup after being appointed as the country's new head coach. The former Bafana Bafana striker has signed a 2-year deal that will see him lead the Harambee Stars up to the 2027 Africa Cup of Nations, a tournament which will be held on home soil in East Africa, with Kenya, Tanzania, as well as Uganda co-hosting. Meanwhile, the 47-year-old McCarthy replaces interim coach Francis Kimanzi, who has been in charge since the Turkish coach Engin Ferhat stepped down at the end of last year. His first game will be this month's World Cup qualifiers away in the Gambia and at home again against Gabon. But McCarthy has also shared his biggest ambition with the Harambee Stars.
Qualifying for the World Cup is the biggest thing in football, to participate, your country playing in the World Cup. So for me, I'm ambitious. I think we want to work towards a strong Kenya team, that we have a good start against Gambia and a good start against Gabon to give us fighting chance, a slim chance of maybe becoming one of the teams that you can have qualifications to the World Cup, because imagine how special that will be. So that for me is the goal.
And still on football, Manchester United manager Ruben Amorim has come out to defend himself after being called naive by former captain Wayne Rooney. Rooney's claims came after the Red Devils were knocked out of the FA Cup on Sunday following a disappointing 4-3 loss over a penalty shootout against Fulham. That led to Amorim doubling down on the main objective at United, who have launched Project 21 to try and win the title by 2028. Working at Old Trafford as a pundit for BBC, Rooney claims that it was a naive move for Amorim to make such a bold statement when United are currently in 14th place on the Premier League table. Meanwhile, with their last hope of silverware being a potential route into Europe next season, is winning the Europa League, as they sit 10 points adrift of seven places in the league. Meanwhile, Amorim says that their goal is to win the Premier League, or that goal of winning the Premier League still stands, and it could be with him at the helm or any other coach.
Qualifying for the World Cup is the biggest thing in football, to participate, your country.
But here is Ruben Amorim, Manchester United manager.
That is the goal. Be naive is to think that we are going to do this season or are going to be the best contender for the next season. I know that is in this moment everybody knows everything. I know that, and this is really easy. I was a pundit when I finished my career, so I know it's really easy. Our goal is to win the Premier League. Maybe it's not with me, but our goal as a club, the board, is winning the Premier League like we did in the past with all the great glories and the legends of this club. And we want to do better, and we know that we are in the difficult moment, and I'm not naive. That's why I'm here coaching at 40 years old the Manchester United.
Let's wrap things up with some cricket news, where Proteas batsman Henry Klaasen is not phased after being forced to travel between Pakistan and Dubai and back again in the last couple of days. Klaasen and his teammates should have no ill effects from its whistle stop and also pointless 18-hour trip to Dubai as they prepare to face New Zealand in Lahore in Wednesday's second semi-final of the Champions Trophy. Both teams flew to the United Arab Emirates as they awaited the result of the final Group A game between India and New Zealand on Sunday, and necessitated due to the tight turnaround ahead of today's first semi-final in Dubai. With India victorious and topping its group, only Group B runner-up Australia stayed to face the subcontinent side. However, India will not play any Champions Trophy fixtures in Pakistan due to political tensions between the two countries. South Africa returned almost immediately to Pakistan, but Klaasen does not believe that their trip will have any lasting effect on the players.
We knew that was a big possibility that we might have fly up and down. So yeah, there's nothing really too common about it. It's not ideal for the bodies, but it is. At least we had some time to get out and walk around and get loose, and just had some nice steak, to be fair. So, but other than that, we knew it's going to happen, and it's part of the scheduling. So 2 teams had to do it, and unfortunately we were one of them.
And that is all in your sports camera. I'm back with your headlines. It's going to awara ya busumben for Capricorn FM Sport ne divusa ni moyo. Nda.
Keeping you up to date with the latest sport news. Capricorn FM Sport. Complexion and Mpoma Shita serving up the best breakfast in the north.
Available. What a beautiful track we played right there. All right, we're talking about this medical aid fraud right now. To help us understand this issue better, we have Dr. Angelique Okotse on the line. Doctor, good morning. Welcome to Capricorn FM.
Good morning. Good morning to your listeners.
Doctor, let's talk about this medical aid fraud in South Africa. How rife is it?
It's quite rife in South Africa. The problem is you get your medical aid card, and you go and see a medical practitioner, I ask you an ID, you produce an ID that's quite old, I can't really see whether it is you, and then I would treat you, or I would even admit you on someone else's name, but I'm not aware of that. So in a lot of cases, the doctors are not aware of the fraud, and there might be cases where the doctor is aware of the fraud. So it's quite rife. Even in my own surgery, I've been asked on a regular basis, can I please just write some medication on someone's script because some friend of them or their brother or sister is not on a medical scheme, and you need to refuse because that's fraud. If you've been caught out from the medical, from the HPCSA side, you will get a disciplinary.
All right, and then is it only confined within the government medical aid, or there is a spike in other private medical aid? What's the serious score?
It is in most of the medical aids. It's not, it's mostly on the lower cost option schemes that we sometimes see this happening. Discovery quite strong on this because of all the fraud investigations that they do have. So doctors tend less to be part of a fraudulent treatment with not the real patient. But some of the other medical schemes don't have all these active investigations going on. And we know that, especially on GEM's lower option schemes, that not the whole family can be on that low-cost options, and it's 2 or 3 members. And we know that it's happening there at the. I think if one really goes in and start an investigation, you would be amazed that it's quite rife.
Yeah, and I think, Doc, you've just explained, some of the ways that people can find themselves acting in fraudulent ways without even realizing. You've mentioned one incident where someone would come into your medical practice to ask for certain things. But one other thing, that may be a lead to all of this is just how expensive medical help is. And people, you find that they just have issues around paying and all of that. Do you think there's a way to address this issue and perhaps having money roll over to the next year to avoid people feeling cheated?
Well, I think there's ways that one can do it. First of all, you need rather to use biometrics to make sure that the patient sitting in front of you is indeed a real patient that's on the medical scheme's card. That's the one thing to do. The other thing is to look at the costs and to improve the public sector. Because if the public sector was functioning properly, people would not have the need to use fraudulent services to get a service. So, we need to up the public sector. The medical schemes needs to be more aware of what is happening. Doctors should not be part of this, and patients should not put a doctor in that position as well. You're not actually winning that patient. All that you as a doctor get is a name that you're an easy doctor. Go to that doctor, he will help you. But the cost to that doctor is quite high. And as I've said, you are right, the cost of medical schemes are expensive. The monthly contributions are expensive. But that's why I keep on saying we have to fix the public sector, and we need to get the private and public sector to work together so that we can give services to each and everyone, the service they need. Not access to service, that doesn't mean anything. It must be a service that will treat them at the right place, at the right with the right options.
Well, doctor, usually people commit, wrongful acts thinking it will be easy to get away with murder. I think it's going to be, there will be something falling on our part if we don't talk about the consequences. What are the consequences?
Well, the consequences are quite dire for especially the doctor or the other healthcare workers. Remember, it can happen to physiotherapists, it can happen to other allies as well. So the consequences are dire. If the medical scheme caught you, they will lay a complaint against you. They can lay a criminal complaint against you, and they will have to also lay a complaint at the HPCSA. So you are you know, you might lose your license to practice going forward because you thought you were helping a patient. You never help anyone in any case. So you can lose your license to dispense. You can come on a sort of a list for the medical schemes that they say they're not going to let you see their patients because of your track record. The patient on the other side, they might get a fine as well from the medical scheme. They must also get a criminal prosecution against them. But the thing is, it should not happen. People should be ethical. And again, if the public sector has been able to give these services, then this would not have been a problem.
Doc, we'll leave it here. Absolute truth that you're raising. Appreciate your time this morning. Dr. Angelique Kutsia from Solidarity Doctors Network talking to us this morning. We received also a couple of your messages, and this is what you had to say on this issue. Keep in mind that you can get in touch with us. We're expecting your messages on 079-899-6226.
All right, ritomero rengisa richibuya mtchersi aridoba richkovela pana na mekamshimo yashu kela minute ya 10 kuliba kawara show ya busumbe.
In response to the current unstable economic conditions, the Unemployment Insurance Fund, that's the UIF, an entity of the Department of Employment and Labour, has allocated 2.4 billion rand in budget for the temporary employer-employee relief scheme known as TERS to assist businesses in distress. TERS is an intervention by the Department of Employment and Labour that provides financial assistance to companies for a period of up to 12 months. The scheme enables employers to retain employees by covering their salaries while the company focuses on implementing a turnaround strategy to remain operational. For more information on TERS and how to apply, please visit www.ccma.org.za/temporary-employer-employee-relief-scheme/ UIF, working for you.
Hey you in Palabora. Thank you for keeping our frequency lit on 98.0.
As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I take a look at my life and realize there's nothing left. Cause I've been blasting and laughing so long that even my mama thinks that my mind is gone. But I ain't never crossed a man that didn't deserve it. Me be treated like a punk, you know that's unheard of. You better watch how you're talking and where you're walking, or you and your homies might be lined in chalk. I really hate the trip, but I gotta low. As they croak, I see myself in the pistol smoke. Fool, I'm the kind of G the little homies wanna be like, on my knees in the night, saying prayers in the street light. Been spending most of their lives living in the gangster's paradise. We've been spending most of their lives living in the gangster's paradise. We keep spending most of our lives living in the gangster's paradise. We keep spending most of our lives living in the gangster's paradise. Look at the situation they got me facing. I can't live a normal life. I was raised by the state, so I gotta be down with the hood team. Too much television watching got me chasing dreams. I'm an educated fool with money on my mind. Got my tin in my hand and a gleam in my eye. I'm a loped out gangster, set tripping banker, and my homies is down, so don't arouse my anger. Fool, death ain't nothing but a heartbeat away. I'm living life, do or die. What can I say? I'm 23 now, but will I live to see 24? The way things is going, I don't know. Tell me why are we so blind to see that the ones we hurt are you and me? We've been spending most of our lives living in the gangster's paradise. We've been spending most of our lives living in the gangster's paradise. We keep spending most of our lives living in the gangster's paradise. We keep spending most of our lives living in the gangster's paradise. Power and the money, money and the power. Minute after minute, hour after hour, everybody's running, but half of them ain't looking what's going on in the kitchen. But I don't know what's cooking. They say I got to learn, but nobody's here to teach me. If they can't understand it, how can they reach me? I guess they can't, I guess they won't, I guess stay front. That's why I know my life is out of luck, fool. We've been spending most of our lives living in the gangster's paradise. We've been spending most of our lives living in the gangster's paradise. We keep spending most of our lives living in the gangster's paradise. We keep spending most of our lives living in the gangster's paradise. Tell me why are we so blind to see that the ones we hurt are you and me? Tell me why are we so blind to see that the ones we hurt are you and me?
Oh, it's about to get heated. This is Limpopo's hottest frequency.
All right, Glenn Lewis, what a beautiful track. And Dio, it's a Shona statement. All right, it's 7 o'clock right now, right here in Capricorn Breakfast. All right, Fifi is here.
This news bulletin is brought to you by Telkom Business. Possible begins here.
Capricorn FM News, reliable and independent.
It is 7 o'clock and these are your top stories. Limpopo Transport MEC concerned about acts of extortion by taxi patrollers. Eskom says implementation of load reduction in Namahale and Lulekani will continue. And Parliament Committee Chair warns against increasing VAT.
And coming up in your sports in this hour, Badafanga Bafana caretaker coach Bomule Fintek is saying that they would love to beef up the squad against Egypt as they prepare for their second leg of the African Cup of African Nations Championship qualifier this coming Sunday in Cairo. And DHL Stormers director of rugby John Dobson says the Springboks number 8, Evan Ross, is a much more mature player compared to 2 years ago. Your sports in detail, 7:30.
Rishile, Limpopo Transport and Community Safety MEC Violet Mathe says alleged acts of extortion by taxi patrollers against motorists are spiraling out of control. During the release of the provincial crime statistics for the second and third quarter of 2024-2025 in Polokwane on Monday, the MEC expressed a concern over taxi patrollers who allegedly force motorists to pay 2,500 rand if they are found to be loading passengers. Mate says they are receiving complaints on a daily basis.
The law enforcement belongs to the police and the traffic officers. Exclusively, no other person or grouping should impersonate or take over the functions of the law enforcers.
The MEC says she is also disappointed that the scourge of gender-based violence is persistent. On Monday, Provincial Commissioner of the Police in Limpopo, Lieutenant General Thembi Hatebe, indicated that sexual assault increased by 7.3% in the second quarter and only decreased by 0.8% in the third quarter. The MEC says they are planning to hold a men's indaba because men play a critical role in the fight against GBV.
Or like even other departments to convene with the quest to mold our children responsible adults who respect each other.
To this story now. Eskom in Limpopo says the implementation of load reduction in some areas under the Bapalaborwa local municipality is a result of non-payment and illegal connections, adding that the power outages will continue. Now, residents in Namahale and Lulekani townships, as well as the surrounding areas, have expressed frustration on social media over the power outages that are implemented twice a day. Eskom Limpopo spokesperson Matsiriso Paladi says the implementation of load reduction, which started late last month, is also in the best interest of paying customers. Paladi says the load reduction will continue pending a cleanup campaign, which Eskom will soon embark on in the municipality to encourage customers to pay for electricity and call for zero buyers to pay their remedial charge fee of 6,000 rand.
Instead of us letting that transformer to fail and we allow you to be on no power for an extended period of time, we say let's rather inconvenience you, our paying customers, for this 4 hours while we are waiting for us to come and clean up the area. Because if the transformer fails there and you, the paying customer, logs a call, we're not going to come there.
And finally, Chairperson of Parliament's Portfolio Committee on Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs, Dr. Zwelithini, says increasing the rate of value-added tax should only be implemented as a last resort. His comments come amidst uncertainty surrounding the proposed VAT hike, with no confirmation yet on whether the increase will be included in the upcoming national budget. Finance Minister Enoch Godongwana is expected to table the budget next week, which is expected to provide clarity on the matter. Briefing Parliament on Monday, Mkhize said that a proposed 2 percentage point increase in VAT could exacerbate even further poor communities' ability to pay for municipal services.
Part of what we are committed to do, and I'm talking from a point of view of our party manifesto, is to look at how we can actually increase items that would be either zero rated or VAT exempted as a way of shielding the poor, so that some of the simple food that is nutritious, that is available to the poor communities are affordable.
And that is all from me, Refilwe Matebula. I will be back with headlines at 7:30.
For more of this and other news, visit capricornfm.co.za and follow Capricorn FM News on Twitter.
This news bulletin was brought to you by Telkom Business. Possible begins here.
Midnight Oil has a very distinct smell for business owners. Those who know will say it's got grit and graft. That's why Telkom Business wants to unleash the hero in you with the Business Fusion deal. Get a Packard Bell Montenero laptop, LTE 120 gigs anytime data, 120 gigs night surfer data, Smart Voice Basic plus a professional website for only 749 Rand per month. Call 10213, click telkom.co.za or go to any Telkom shop. TNC apply. Telkom. Possible begins here.
Capricorn FM traffic. Keep up to date with the latest in traffic.
Looking at your traffic in this hour, starting in the Waterberg district, there is slow-moving traffic on the N11 between Dudumadisha and N11 intersection. Some delays on the Nelson Mandela Drive coming in from Pistoria Street, and this is outside the Shoprite Shopping Centre. On the Thabo Mbeki Drive, there are some delays on Huacha Street. There is slow-moving traffic in Lephalale. Expect some delays on the Nelson Mandela Drive outside TVET College. In the Mopani district, slow-moving traffic on Dani Hubert and on P Street. Some delays on Plantasi Avenue as well. On the R36 and R71 intersection outside the Zanin Lifestyle Centre, there is slow-moving traffic. In the Capricorn district, slow-moving traffic in Seshero on Ditlo Street and on the Polokwane Drive outside Lituli. On the Polokwane Drive, as you go towards Dendron Road, there are delays. On the R71 between Dalmada and the Polokwane Bypass, there are delays there as well. More delays on Grobla, passing by Polosho Netcat due to roadworks. And there is slow-moving traffic on the Matlala Road and parts of Marshall Street. There are delays this morning. If you'd like us to report traffic in your area, get in touch with us on WhatsApp 079-899-6226 or on X at Capricorn FM hashtag Capricorn Breakfast. Arrive alive.
All right, don't forget to remember the question that we're asking you is, do you let other people, do you fraudulently let other people use your medical aid? That could also include acquiring over-the-counter medication. How strict are you? Get in touch. Our WhatsApp number is 079-899-6226, 079-899-6226.
For all traffic updates, tweet us at Capricorn FM or WhatsApp 079-899-6226 and hashtag Limpopo Traffic. Breakfast just wouldn't be the same without complexion, Mpomashita, and of course, you. This is the Capricorn Breakfast on Limpopo's hottest frequency.
I'm born it's yoga, so I got one day na gonde,
Indizendifane namajuba ndibe nare kaningipilise nendaweni ezinca kube sekuvulwa isangopha lapha nasemnyango da kanindenze ndibe mkhulu nami indizendifane namajuba ndibe nare kaningipilise nendaweni ezinca kube sekuvulwa isangopha lapha nasemnyango da Asabona ngathi kubaliwe bulani unangize ngivele mzamo ngiyelo ngomzimba wetentela ngeke makhona aya ngeke kulunge aya ngeke ngiphume asabona ngathi kubaliwe bulani unangize ngivele mzamo ngiyelo ngomzimba wetentela ngeke makhona ngiyalangana
All right, this is Calvin Momo. His music journey started when he was, I think it was about 15 years. You know, ever since he actually took that important plunge into the music industry, he has created so many hits.
Right.
Hits that we've enjoyed at different nightclubs, you know. Yeah,
Right?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, we got messages, right?
Yes, we do. We
Okay. Thanks a million for sending those messages. When we come back from this commercial break, we're going to take a listen to them.
Win 1 million B rewards every week at Boxer. Get 2 Goldie IQF chicken portions 5 kg and Best Cook seasoning 200 ml. All for 360 Rand. Huggies Dry Comfort diapers. Buy 2 packs for 250 Rand. Never pay more than the Boxer price.
All right, yeah, it's 12 after 7 right now, okay? People are participating, and we're quite grateful for that. All right, let's take a listen.
Good morning, Capricorn FM. Good morning, breakfast show. Jones, Mr. Lava Lava, Netshipise, and I'm gonna Nampomashita. Yes, Dindibu Wachi, Rambebu Vachambisa, loving the show. And welcome to Capricorn Family Bobo Status Frequency, Mr. Lava Lava. Yeah, Nando Noviana, the consultant, medical aid from Akuanga, but she was the one who did all the consultation. And yes, I was helped. It's not like I stole the medical aid. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, Johnson, the team. I would like to remain anonymous. Ne? Yeah, so my first year in university, I took my brother's James card and I went to a doctor. I wanted to put a gold in. And that guy didn't mind. Now that you guys are talking about it, I'm starting to realize, no, damn it, that was fraud and it was not supposed to be done. But I think the doctors sometimes also put their business first than what is right in terms of the law. Thank you.
You don't want to. Morning, good people. Hello. It's not a train smash. So it's only Capricorn. You don't know it obey. It's my brother. You don't know it obey. It's a relax. Day by day, you'll be fine. So yeah, I couldn't tune in, but today I'm here. I couldn't send a voice note. So yeah, in relation to the issue of the medical aid, growing up, my mom covered all her kids and the husband, due to age. But the thing or maybe the doctors that we go to. Even now, in my own medical aid, I don't think what I could ever say to someone, use my medical aid. I don't know, like, when also try some things, ID, like, and then have like, some things just don't make sense to me. I don't know, hey? but I believe that ngatakanala motho le gore ilare yena o shumishe medical aid wa mamang go consult. No, it can be over the counter. And obviously it's gonna be medication in general. Yeah, so thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Also, oromajile mlejo mongwe rokwele
Lima Cherwin Jones and the team. I think I'll call it John's Breakfast Show. According to me, it's not a fraud. But the only thing where we can condemn it as a fraud is remember those companies, those who produce the medical aid. They want everyone on the medical aid so that they can make a good income. So it's where they can condemn it as a fraud. But according to me, it's not a fraud to take my daughter or my son to the medical facilities using my name, or I took my father to the medical facility using my name while he's my father. So I want to help him because I can't pay or I can't accommodate everyone on my medical aid because it's going to be very expensive, and at the end of the day I will be what do we call this thing, I won't be able to afford or to take care of other bills. I'm Daniel Mrauzi, Fiebo.
All right, Daniel, thank you so much for that. More messages that came through. This one says, morning, Dr. Jones, listening from Mpumalanga Ekonhoek. I won't reveal my name. I have medical aid and I use it to help my friend. I just call my doctor and I tell him, just add him and my name and claim because I spent 6 months without getting sick. That's the message. And then this one says, let's see. This one says, morning team. I once bought medicine for my aunt using my medical aid. I did it like that more than 3 times. The pharmacist became my friend because I used to buy vitamins for my son there. And it's unsigned, understandably so. This one says, Yazine, as a health practitioner, let me just tool.
Yo.
Not going to be saying anything. All right, those are your messages. Thank you so much for them. There's a whole lot more that came through. We see them. We just couldn't go through each and every one of them.
Yeah.
But I don't know. In conclusion, you see, it seems that people do get up to all these shenanigans. People do go and consult with, getting their friends or whoever it is, someone who's not on the medical aid. It does happen.
And what I've realized is that this is a global issue. It's not only confined to South Africa, Limpopo, South Africa at large, but it's a global issue. People don't understand certain things. I think the quantity determines the premiums. So if we're now Jones, there's a certain amount that you're supposed to pay every month.
Yeah.
But if you reduce the number, which means the premium also gets affected, it goes down. So if you cover 2 people, there's a third person who's actually ill at home, you want to help that person. You're committing fraud, whether you like it or not.
And it's what the doctor said. We had a guest earlier on in the first hour of the show. That's exactly what they were explaining, to say, we understand that we are in, as we call it on the streets, sales economy, right? You understand things are tough.
Yeah, things are tough.
But it doesn't change the fact that it's fraudulent.
It's fraudulent.
Everything we're doing.
And you're opening yourself up to either civil or criminal litigations. It's just wrong. It's just wrong. Whether you like it or not, no matter how hard you can actually try to sugarcoat it, put it in a different way just to make it understandable, it will never be understandable. Regulations are there to regulate. Simple.
Absolutely. Listen, something very, very interesting coming up, and we know you are definitely going to enjoy this in this radio season. We're going to be telling you all about it up next.
Unstoppable. Uncontainable.
Give it up for
Limpopo's hottest frequency. Limpopo's hottest frequency.
Sliding in her. Baby, I'm a boss. I'm talking George Steinbrenner, Panamera, Yogi Berra, my two-seater, Derek Jeter. Got more stripes than all these elite baby ballin' in the Beamer. Collar on my polo, kisses on my necklace. All my diamonds watching, now my watch is getting jealous. Smoking on the in my autograph LeBron's. Yeah, she told me I'm the one. That's when I only want one.
I was talking to Mpo right now. When he came to South Africa recently, I was just staying, I think it was like a 2 minutes drive away from FNB Stadium. I wasn't part of the, event.
You're talking about Chris Brown?
Yeah, Chris Brown.
Okay.
I could hear his voice. I was 2 minutes away from the stadium.
I hear.
It was painful.
Are you a fan? Painful in the sense that you missed it, or painful
in
the
missed
sense
it,
that it's
because
too
that
loud?
was history. History in the making, so I was not part of it.
Okay.
I could hear his voice.
You were there?
All the noises there.
All that you missed were the visuals, but you could hear everything.
They were just permeating my place, man. I was like, wow. Why the hell did I
Why
miss
didn't
this?
you get the tickets?
Yo, that was painful, man. That was painful. Okay, that was Chris Brown, right here on Capricorn FM. Breakfast is 25 minutes after 7. That's a very interesting moment coming up on the show.
So, we've got a new moment coming up, and you know we love entrepreneurs. We cannot do anything without entrepreneurs. We want to see entrepreneurs in Limpopo prosper and move their business to the next level. But actually, did you know that a majority of entrepreneurs fail because they don't have the words or the social ability to sell their business on the spot to investors? For example, that classic elevator idea or the elevator pitch. If you were in an elevator with a potential investor right now, this morning, and you had 30 seconds before the elevator stopped and the other person got off, would you have said enough to them about your business to get them at least to consider investing in your business? Well, that is exactly what we're going to be helping you with every Tuesday at 7:45. If you are an innovator, an entrepreneur with a business, and you need an investor, we would like to train you in public speaking. Now, we put you on the phone line with our business coach. Now, we have them pretend that they are a potential investor. And you, my dear entrepreneur, have 30 seconds to convince them to invest in your business. You never know. Your real potential investor could be listening.
All right, that's a moment to grab.
That's
Telling
coming
you.
up
Yeah, it's
next.
going to be quite exciting.
Yeah.
All right, let's just quickly go for a break. When we come back, we got Kalo.
Building your dream home can be a costly exercise, but with Fair Play Hardware, you can build your home at unbelievable prices on quality material. We got the latest designs on PVC ceilings, cornices, floor tiles, and many more. Visit Fair Play Hardware in Mokopane, Bochum, Mankweng, and our newest branch in Jane First along Old Hospital Road. Or WhatsApp us on 083-611-2907. Fair Play Hardware. Finish your home in style.
The Capricorn Breakfast on Limpopo's hottest frequency with Complexion and Mboma Shita. Weekdays 6 to 9 a.m.
Come on and take me where you wanna go. Please just make it a place that I don't know. What we have here is for sure. We don't hide, 'cause you all just gotta know. We can party through the night. With you here, surely I'm alright. I know you like it. So baby, don't be shy. Bringing out my inner child. This is the Soul Cafe. Welcome everybody. Get comfy in your body. It's not just a party. This is the Soul Cafe. Let go of your worries. Time to move your body. That music soothe your heartache. You've had a long day and you want something to brighten up your day. You gotta hear me when I say this is the only place to go. Excuse me, DJ, on the deck. Go do your thing and make a stand. Give us a piece of what's inside. So we can feast and drink all night. Open up your heart and live just a little bit. Don't worry about tomorrow, it's out of your hands right now. Appreciate the moment, 'cause what we have right here is a second to be strong and a minute just to grow. Gotta release the burden inside. Open up your heart and live just a little bit, a little bit. Live a little bit. Don't worry about tomorrow.
All right, that was Kalo. It's 7:30 right now, right here in Capricorn Breakfast. All right, Fifi is on standby with the headlines. We'll get into finance and sports later, but if you are on your way to drop your kid at school and you haven't done that, you must know that you're late.
News headlines on Capricorn FM.
Civil society organization in Limpopo, the Eyes of the Nation, has commended the Family Violence, Child Protection and Sexual Offences Unit of the police for securing 47 life sentences handed down to perpetrators of gender-based violence. ESCOM in Limpopo says the implementation of load reduction in some areas under the Bapalaburwa local municipality is as a result of non-payment and illegal connections, adding that the power outages will continue. Here comes the money. And Human Settlements Minister Thembisi Melani is set to visit the KwaZulu-Natal province today following severe floods caused by heavy rains in that province. Maungwe Shtalo yatalanzela hi awara ya nungu. Here comes the money.
Looking at some of the leading financial and business stories this morning, the 2025 budget has been approved after a team led by Deputy President Paul Mashatile with support from the National Treasury tabled various options that persuaded the Cabinet to green-light the new budget. In a statement, Cabinet mandated Finance Minister Ino Godongwana to select from their discussed options and fund the budget in a manner that considered the fiscal constraints, mitigated the impact on the poor and middle-income households, and supported economic growth. The room was filled with tension as the Cabinet members knew that the decision made would affect every South African household. Godongwana and the National Treasury are now set to finalize the budget and table it before Parliament on the 12th of March. Let's look at how the rand is performing this morning, trading at 18 rand 64 cents to the US dollar, 23 rand 66 cents to the British pound, and 19 rands 53 cents to the euro. In your commodities, platinum at $959 US dollars 20 cents per ounce, gold at $2,892 US dollars 51 cents per ounce, and Brent crude oil at $71 US dollars 62 cents a barrel. That's it for your financial indicators.
Capricorn FM Sport. On and off the field, we've got you covered.
Yes, we do have you covered. Let's take another look at our sports on the Capricorn Breakfast. Caretaker coach Mulefinzeki says they would love to beef up the squad against Egypt as they prepare for their second leg of the African Nations Championship qualifier on Sunday in Cairo. South Africa drew by one goal each apiece against Egypt on Sunday at the Free State Stadium in the first leg of their African Nations Championship first round qualifier. A draw may have been salvaged in Bloemfontein by the South Africans, will have their work cut out winning the tie when they play the second leg in Ismaila in Cairo. Meanwhile, the Bafana squad has recruited Munnapule Saleng, who has been in self-imposed isolation or exile at Orlando Pirates, a veteran centre back for Amazulu, Kwandam Gonyama, and Sundowns, Neo Maema, as well as Kaizer Chiefs 21-year-old Aiden McCarthy. Nseki is happy with the players they have selected, but is hoping that maybe they can add more bigger names to boost the squad for Sunday's second match, which will be out in Cairo.
I would love to, but I think let's give confidence to the boys. If there are areas that we need to beef up, we'll do so. But players are not available because we all know this is a tournament that is played outside FIFA calendar. We are hopeful that if ever we are to reinforce in certain areas of the team, those players will be made available. If they are made available, I think we will reinforce the team. If not, we are happy with what we have.
And still on football, Benny McCarthy insists that Kenya can surprise a lot of people by qualifying for the 2026 FIFA World Cup after being appointed as the country's new national head coach. Meanwhile, the former Fana striker has signed a 2-year deal that will see him lead the Harambee Stars up to the 2027 Africa Cup of Nations, a tournament that will be held on home soil in East Africa, with Kenya, Tanzania, and Uganda co-hosting. The 47-year-old McCarthy replaces interim coach Francis Kumanzi, who has been in charge since Turkish coach Engin Firat stepped down at the end of 2024. His first game will be this month, World Cup qualifier away in the Gambia and at home against Gabon. But McCarthy has also shared his biggest ambition when it comes to leading the Harambee Stars.
Qualifying for the World Cup is the biggest thing in football, to participate, your country playing in the World Cup. So so for me, I'm ambitious. I think we want to work towards a strong Kenya team, that we have a good start against Gambia and a good start against Gabon to give us fighting chance, a slim chance of maybe becoming one of the teams that you can have qualifications to the World Cup, because imagine how special that will be. So that for me is the goal.
Rugby DHL Stormers director of rugby John Dobson says Springbok number 8 Evan Ross is a much more mature player compared to the two years ago. The Stormers beat the Vodacom Bulls 1916 in the Vodacom United Rugby Championship match at Loftus Versfeld this past weekend. Ross made his first URC appearance during the second half of the 2024-25 season after having undergone surgery for a niggly shoulder that ruled him out at the start of the campaign. He brought the Storm and the fire in what was his most impressive URC outing in some time over the weekend. The loose forward helped to keep the Kryptonians in the game and when under pressure with crucial tackles and powerful carries, and then he came up with the decisive effort in the second last minute when he contested a breakdown and was rewarded with a penalty by referee Griffin Colby. Dobson says that the loose forward has come a long way and he hopes that he can continue in this trajectory.
I thought Evan is a giant. What I like about Evan now is not the Evan of 2 years ago. Or A, the hot-headed element's not there. But secondly, he's so well marked, and he still does all the yeoman work. So he's not doing the crazy breaks that he got and all that of a while ago. But he just carries and works and cleans. So it's a much more mature sort of player. It's a tough job because you get double tackled all the time,
Bashu, that is all in your sports now. I'm back with your headlines just after 8 p.m. 8 a.m. that is. And for more of your sporting updates, on X at Capricorn FM News. Ne, ndivusa de moyo wa Capricorn FM Sport. Nda.
Sport news, Capricorn FM Sport. Hey you in Grobler style. Thank you for keeping our frequency lit on 96.0.
Familia familia cayó, manana la tacubón. Ay, familia cayó, tatana la tacubón. Una curanza, mwana wanu na kuranza. Nikushisi na kuranza, nikuembeli na kuranza. Na kuranza, na kuranza. Mwana wanu na kuranza, nikushisi na kuranza. Ninamutisa shikande, nakubjele tashiwo. Ninamutisa mahlwe, enganyumi tashiwo. Malini yawe, ndalamani nayo. Malini yawa, ndalamani nayo. Maranita nariranza, mwana wanu na kuranza. Ngekuembeli na kuranza, ngekushisi na kuranza. Hey, ona kuranza, mwana wanu na kuranza. Nikushisi na kuranza, ngekuembeli na kuranza. Hey, ay familia cayó, manana la tacubón. Ay familia cayó, tatana la tacubón. Ay familia cayó, manana la tacubón. Ay familia cayó, manana la tacubón. Nere na kuranza, mwana wanu na kuranza. Ningekushisi na kuranza, nikuembeli na kuranza. Nere na kuranza, mwana wanu na kuranza. Nikuembeli na kuranza, ningekushisi na kuranza. Hey, ninamutisa mahlwe, itashiwo.
Capricorn Breakfast. Yeah, Baba.
Call away. That was panel. Kela treke yabdu kuma mtichirisi about tichirisa rabu dindia vdiwa. Wadi pinanga yo tone baone ya fumi na minute wa kawarajo ya bo maro. 8 minutes to 8 right in Capricorn FM. Break fast. We got an interesting development here, a very interesting feature that is catered for, that will be catering for our entrepreneurs. So listen carefully because you could be the one next week.
Do you want to study towards a tertiary qualification but need a flexible study schedule? Stadio Higher Education's distance learning qualifications offer just that. Our distance learning support is designed for your success. 2025 applications to Stadio's range of high-quality, affordable qualifications are now open. Distance learning qualifications are available in law, administration and management, commerce, teacher education, policing, law enforcement, humanities, and information technology. Visit stadio.ac.za and register today. Stadio, a new vision in higher education.
It's time for the elevator pitch. Now, we told you every Tuesday we give entrepreneurs a chance to learn how to speak to their potential investor. If you were in an elevator, for example, and you meet up a potential investor and you only had 30 seconds to tell them about your business, would you freeze under pressure or would you get the deal? So today we've got founder of Nopedi Trading and Projects. His name is Paul Mokhalaka. And of course, he'll be on the line. We also have a business coach, Dr. Lucas Molloy. Paul Mokhalaka, good morning. Good morning. How are you doing?
Good morning to the Capricorn FM team and listeners.
Okay. And then Dr. Malloy, good morning. Good morning. How you doing?
Good morning, good morning. Thank you very much for having me. Good morning to the listeners, and good morning to Ntate Makhalaka. Thanks for giving us an opportunity to listen to her business.
Yeah, we're putting a twist to this, talking to entrepreneurs, trying to make them, of course, taking them to the next level. Now, Mr. Makhalaka, this is how it's going to actually work, right? You are going to be going into this pretend elevator. Now, when you go in, the doors are going to open, and you are stepping in with your potential investor. When the doors close, you go. And you are going to stop only when you hear the elevator stop. Is that clear?
Okay. Yeah, very clear.
All right, let's go.
All right, good morning. My name is Dr. Paul Mukhalaka, CEO of Netshipise Trading and Projects. We're a dynamic company offering metallurgical services, engineering services, and mining industrial supplies with aspirations to expand into contract mining and plant hire. With our growing fleet and dedicated team, we ensure efficiency, safety, and exceptional project delivery. We're seeking strategic investment to scale our operation, enhance capacity, and meet increasing client demand. Partnering with Mopedi means investing in a company with a proven track record, industry expertise, and a strong vision for growth. Together, we can create value and drive sustainability and success in the mining sector.
The pitch is done. The doors are open. The elevator has stopped. There goes your investor. He's leaving you behind. We don't know what he thinks about your business. We are about to hear.
Oh, yeah, 30 seconds. That's what
happens. That's what happens, when preparation meets opportunity, whatever it is.
Yeah, that's actually very true. And I think your platform is very important to us as business people, so that we can always be up and ready whenever opportunities are presented to us.
All right. Okay, we have the potential investor who is listening. I think I want to make it clear. So that I don't create enemies for you, Ntate Moloi. People thinking, you promised me money on Capricorn FM. No, we are not saying that Ntate Moloi is an investor. He's a business coach, and he does other things as well. He's just here to help us to step in as a potential investor. So, Ntate Moloi, after hearing that pitch from our entrepreneur, what do you think?
Look, we do invest, definitely. And we are hopeful that in this we are going to also find someone that really we are going to be able, if not us, that we are going to be able to match them with someone that can be able to help them. On today's pitch, definitely, it will be difficult for us to invest. Right now, I can say this at the moment. If I was in this pitch and we were to invest, we would not be investing today. The reasons being, as much as our entrepreneur the business seems to have done okay. The business knows what it's going to do, and that the biggest problem is that as an investor, the business didn't give me the understanding of the stake that they are after in this sector. They didn't tell me, so I am more attracted by numbers. And in this 30 seconds, there was nothing that said numbers to me. There was nothing that took my attention and said, you want to listen to this person. I didn't hear anything such as, would you be inclined to give us this much in order to make this much return in your investment? So should he have started like that and say, would you be inclined to give me this much if you were to make this much of interest in it? And then give me the pitch of the business. It would have made sense to me. He did not entice me in terms. Remember, the investor is not interested in having another business. If the person is an investor, they've probably run so many businesses in their life that were very successful. They are not interested in a business. They are interested in the money that they can make out of your business. And the speech today said nothing to me about numbers.
We We don't even know much about our numbers in our own business. All we know is that the business is doing good. It's good because I'm getting payment.
And many of the entrepreneurs I speak with, it's exactly that problem. Many of the problems is that the entrepreneurs are not in line with their numbers. They don't understand their numbers. They do not make a special or pay special attention to the numbers. And remember, the business is a numbers game. If you don't know your numbers, you are not going to be able to convince anyone that you've got a working business.
Mr. Mkhalaka, from what our business coach or our potential investor has said, are you learning anything? I mean, what are you picking up? How did you find this experience?
It's quite very important what Mr. Mloy just outlined now. And I think it's something that we will definitely take into consideration. I just didn't want to talk numbers on a public platform like this, so that people start thinking, hey, this guy is probably loaded or anything like that. So I just wanted to give you the cream of what we offer as a company and our expertise and the industry that we operate in.
I hear you. And perhaps moving forward, maybe a tip we can give to entrepreneurs, and I hear your reservations, maybe is to say, you know what, you can just make up numbers just for the sake of this, just to make sure that you understand how to present certain numbers. And then you know that moving away from this platform, you will go and get your numbers right. In case you need to talk to someone, at least you understand which numbers to put forward. But thank you so very much, gentlemen. And thank you so very much, Dr. Mloy.
Just on the last thing in that, and I hear what the entrepreneur is saying, but remember, don't take the opportunities lightly. I say every time, the thing with radio is that you've got no idea who is listening to you at any given time.
There we go.
There might really be just someone that is sitting there and that would have taken kind interest into your business. Never be afraid to talk about your business numbers, especially on radio. You have no idea who's listening to you. You might just get someone that really wants to invest in your business. And with those words, I would like to welcome Jones also on the show. Welcome. We're excited to have you. And may it be a great year for all of us.
All right, Dr. Lucas, thanks.
I withdraw and I stand by what you say, Dr. Mloy. And thank you so much, both of you gentlemen. Now, for you listening, if you have a business or invention that needs an investor, we want to give you a chance to practice with our business coaches. Make sure that you send us an email. Send it to our producer, at capricornfm.co.za, and we could be calling you next week, right?
Yeah, we could be calling you next week, but definitely so. So, you were saying, just make up those numbers.
I withdraw because...
I'm just saying, if that happens, at least, you must be sure that whatever they're investing, it will be a good value for money.
I hear you.
Basically what we're trying to run away is don't lie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, don't lie, because somebody is actually investing, financially into your business. So they want everything above board.
Yes.
That's all.
Yes.
That's all. Right. Yeah. So you can do likewise. Just send your details. Go at capricornfm.co.za. We could be calling you next week. 4 minutes to news. This is Drake Hotline Bling.
Missed a snippet of your favorite show? Catch up and binge on all we have to offer via our podcasts. Simply visit capricornfm.co.za. Capricorn FM, Limpopo's hottest frequency.
It's thrown for an electrifying second season. The Empire Rises from Sunday, 15 June at 8 p.m. only on Mzansi Magic on DSTV, the home of local.
Capricorn FM News, reliable and independent.
It is 8 o'clock, and these are your top stories. The police's sexual offences unit commended for efforts in tackling GBV. Eskom says implementation of load reduction in Namahale and Lulekani will continue, and Human Settlements Minister said to visit KZN after deadly floods.
And coming up in your sports in this hour, Mamelodi Sundowns head coach Miguel Cardoso says players have no choice but to adjust to their tight schedule. And a new era has dawned at Aston Martin with legendary F1 designer Adrian Newey starting work at the team on Monday. Your sports in detail, 8:30.
Reshile, we begin here. Civil society organization in Limpopo, the Eyes of the Nation, has commended the Family Violence, Child Protection and Sexual Offences Unit of the police for securing 47 life sentences handed down to perpetrators of gender-based violence. During the release of crime statistics for the second and third quarters of the 2024-2025 financial year in Polokwane on Monday, Lieutenant General Thembi Hatebe acknowledged the police's efforts of a total of 1,170 years of imprisonment and 47 life sentences handed down to perpetrators of GBV. Hatebe explained although there was a 7.3% increase in sexual assault in the second quarter, a 0.8% decrease was recorded in the third quarter. She says women are continuously mishandled by those they trust, citing arguments, misunderstanding and provocation as amongst some of the causes of these crimes. The Eyes of the Nation spokesperson Motlafela Mojapelo says the recruitment of 553 police constables will help in the fight against crime, but adds it is impossible to defeat the scourge of crime without the involvement of communities.
When you talk of crimes such as murder and rape, sexual assault and so on, those are contact crimes where the perpetrator comes into contact with the victim. These offences have contributory factors, and as communities, we can assist the police in terms of dealing with those things that contribute to the commission of these crimes. The abuse of alcohol, amplifying the message that the abuse of substance is not the way to go.
To this story now, Eskom in Limpopo says that the implementation of load reduction in some areas under the Bapalaborwa local municipality is as a result of non-payment and illegal connections, adding that the power outages will continue. Residents in Namakhale and Lulekane townships as well as surrounding areas have expressed frustration on social media over the power outages that are implemented twice a day. Eskom Limpopo spokesperson Matsidiso Paladi says the implementation of load reduction, which started late last month, is also in the best interest of paying customers. She says the load reduction will continue pending a cleanup campaign which Eskom will soon embark on in the municipality to encourage customers to pay for electricity and call on zero buyers to pay their remedial charge fee of 6,000 rand.
Instead of us letting that transformer to fail and we allow you to be on no power for extended period of time, we say let's rather inconvenience you, our paying customers, for this 4 hours while we are waiting for us to come and clean up the area. Because if the transformer fails there and you, the paying customer, logs the call, we're not going to come there.
And finally, Human Settlements Minister Thembisi Melani is set to visit the KwaZulu-Natal province today following severe floods caused by heavy rains in that province. The extreme weather has left a trail of destruction, damaging properties, roads and other infrastructure. Authorities have also confirmed fatalities while mop-up operations continue as officials assess the full extent of this damage. Many communities remain in distress and the government is working to provide aid and relief to the affected residents of KZN. Spokesperson for the Human Settlements Department, Dabezintle Sibiya, says efforts are underway to assist those who have been impacted.
We are doing everything in our powers to provide a decent accommodation to the affected families. There are families, more than 21 families, that have been moved to a hotel, and there are many more other families that are in different accommodations in various parts of Etegwini, but that is not enough. That is why we are looking at building permanent houses. Here at the back, we received all the necessary approvals so that we are able to build permanent houses for these affected families.
And that is all from me, Refilwe Matebula. I will be back with headlines at 8:30.
For more of this and other news, visit capricornfm.co.za and follow Capricorn FM News on Twitter. Capricorn FM Traffic. Keep up to date with the latest in traffic.
Looking at your traffic in this hour, starting out in the Mopani district in Zumeri, there's slow-moving traffic causing delays on the R529, and this is at Kandambi four-way stop. There's a road closure there due to a bridge collapsing a few weeks ago. In Palabora, there are delays on Sealand Street, and there are delays in Sanin on Danny Hubert and on Sepico Drive. In the Capricorn district, slow-moving traffic on Veldspad Street towards Ospan and Bendor Drive. On the Munich Avenue, delays towards Thornhill Shopping Centre. Slow-moving traffic on the Nelson Mandela Drive towards Vermekelit, and there are delays on Grobler Street outside Netcap Polosho due to ongoing roadworks. Roadworks on parts of the Tabombeki Drive causing some delays as well. If you'd like us to report traffic in your area, send it to us on WhatsApp 079-899-6226 or on X at Capricorn FM # Capricorn Breakfast. Arrive alive.
For all traffic updates, tweet us at Capricorn FM or WhatsApp 079-899-6226 and # Limpopo Traffic.
Have some fun!
Breakfast just wouldn't be the same without Complexion, Mpoma Shita, Refilwe Matebula, Clifford Mangani, and of course, you. This is Capricorn Breakfast on Limpopo's hottest frequency.
Designed and tested to meet the highest standards.
All right, Texan remix, right here in Capricorn. Breakfast is 10 after 8. What a beautiful song. What a beautiful song. Oh, that was DJ Kent. Brendan Praise. Moda is there as well. There's a very interesting feature on the program here. Very interesting. I just love this one. Apparently, we're going to get a lot of ideas. Look, it's a breakfast table discussion. Yeah, there's a very interesting topic here. You know, I recall, I think it was about 6 years ago, there was this actor on television. So he was offered a part on a soapy.
Yeah.
So maybe 3 to 4 months down the line, that part was offered to his friend.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So they wanted to take him out of that, part so that they could put in his friend, and he refused. The friend refused to take the part because to him it was like a betrayal to his friend. So I don't know. If you were to be offered a position currently occupied by your friend, would you tell him? Would you take it? It's a tricky one. Friendship is involved. Again, you could take a professional approach to it. I don't know. Refilo. Fifi.
Yo.
What would you do in that circumstance?
I would definitely. Nah, guys, I don't know. I'm just wired differently. I remember when I got into the current business that I'm in. You don't know, but I bake, right?
Yeah.
And I know there's somebody as well who bakes, and they're a friend of mine. I think I went and had a conversation with them to say, look, I am about to enter this space, but I don't want you to feel like I'm taking something away from you. I believe there's enough for everybody. But I gave them the courtesy to just let them know so that they are not like surprised by one of the price list and whatnot. So I think given that scenario, because I want to also protect my relationships. I think they're important. I think money is important, but I don't think money is everything. And some job offers, really, they come as a job offer. They're just intended to separate you guys or kickstart some sort of a beef between the two of you. So I think I know I would go and let them know that, listen, there's an offer. What do you think?
Now you ask them what they think.
What's going on?
Before I come to you, because I can see you straightening at the list, you're ready to go. There's nothing unto us. There's an offer on the table.
Listen, I'm going to keep it at home and talk about the kind of industry that we are in, the entertainment industry, whether it's radio or TV. You give an example of TV, right?
Yeah.
It's from the point where I'm sitting, it's the nature of the business.
Yeah.
There's always that change happening. And when someone gets offered a job, it has happened. You get moved around and all of those things happen. And sometimes people know the move that is coming before you have an understanding. And at first, I think in the earlier years of my career, I would get so emotional about it. I would get really angry about it. I would get angry when I found out if Fifi knew about a change that was happening and I didn't know about it, and they kept quiet. But I've come to sort of understand that even if you're in corporate and someone is up for a promotion, and it means you are going to be out of that position. It's one of those things. It may take time to understand, but at some point, it's painful. But you need the maturity to deal with it, especially in public. But maybe get a friend that you can go and vent to and just say, you know what, I kind of feel this is unfair, whatever, and cry there. But you can't be here throwing your toys out of your court just because.
Yeah. But I think the problem arises if you actually... you take it like an emotional point of view. If you attach emotions to it, it becomes a problem. But a professional approach, I think it solves everything.
But at the end of the day, we are human.
Exactly, Mpo. At the end of the day, we are human, regardless of the nature of our business, especially the entertainment industry. Regardless of it being what it is, there's still that element, and also you being equipped well enough emotionally to deal with such. And if you prepare yourself and say, no, this is exactly, I came into this knowing that this would happen. But now the issue is me letting you know as a friend. Also, it's not me rubbing it on your face. It's to let you know that it's a reminder, actually, sometimes that this is the kind of business we're in.
Cutthroat.
But the question is, will you be able to sleep at night?
If what?
however you decide, the approach that you guys have seemingly taken, it's business.
Okay,
it's
the offer
nature of the
came.
industry.
It boils down to maturity.
It's smart,
Maturity, yeah.
It's smart, but please.
But
guys.
if you
It's the truth.
If you are
Fifi,
evil,
you
it's
have-
called being ruthless.
It's not about being ruthless. You have had information about changes that are coming, and across that TV, someone is going to get another job or whatever, and you've kept it. You slept very well at night.
Have I?
When
Yes,
have I?
Yes, you have.
Weban.
You're
telling me what?
When are you too much caring? That's the problem.
I am.
Yeah, when you're too much caring, that's the problem.
So why
You
you
don't
eat me? I
It's
know
a
nothing.
dog eats dog world. I'm
Yeah.
telling you.
But also in the dog eat dog world, the human part of it.
Yeah.
There's the human part of it, the emotional part of it, and also the realistic way of things. Reality in the ori. One will have to probably step down, one have to elevate. And as we the tough job is to accept such.
Guys, even
And
in
article-
government,
yes,
even in corporate.
President Cyril Ramaphosa bako ita second term. Before that, Oba unangwe president, and they understood.
No, but that's a different issue, man. That's a different issue.
It is.
Yeah, we're talking about friends. When somebody's still occupying, by virtue maybe of their contractual relationship, still there, they have to take that person out before the contract expires. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Stand a chance to win amazing prizes on the Capricorn Breakfast. Unlock your eggs by opening a NetBank My Goals account today. Open a My Goals account, register your entry on capricornfm.co.za and get ready for a call from Complexion and Mpomashita. Live on the Capricorn Breakfast to stand a chance to win with NetBank. Prizes ranges from laptops, cell phones, TVs, data, cash and more. NetBank. See money differently. NetBank is a licensed FSP and registered credit provider. T's and C's apply.
All right, participate as well. All right, send your messages 079-899-6226. What would you do if it were you? 079-899-6226.
We are the best in the north. We deliver nothing but magic for you on Limpopo's hottest frequency.
Capricorn FM.
Guided through my curve.
That's my way. Do it like that and I repeat. Don't be scared, I ain't afraid. Just like that, come my way. That's my way. Do it like that and I repeat. Don't be scared, I ain't afraid. Just like that, come my way.
Yeah, I said do that, baby, all night long. And I'ma turn off all my phones. You know I hate it when I'm left on red. And it take me out down and unknown, but the best he got off white, on right. He could dress, making plans in the east, making bands in the west. Rockstar, black beetle type, bands on his bread. And baby, I want it, and I just be honest, cause I just can't front when I look at you. Just keep it 100 when I throw these hundreds. I hope that you're right, gonna know what to do.
That's my way. Do it like that and I repeat. Don't be scared, I ain't afraid. Just like that, come my way. That's my way. Do it like that and I repeat. Don't be scared, I ain't afraid. Just like that, come my way.
Gucci Eldorado, we in Rome, I'm a model. Gucci Man and Doja Cat, call me El Gato. I'm the big boss and I got big bread. I'm getting big headed and I like not cheap, baby, and I'm sure not selfish. Shaking like Elvis, I broke my pelvis. Jumping off the top rope, got them tag teaming. Putting on the show, I got the whole crowd screaming. Bougie with the bread, I'm like a top-notch freak. Act like I'm a treat when a dog see me. Like a thief in the night, it like she stole my green. Got me walking off the scene like a hole in my jeans.
That's my way. Do it like that and I repeat. Don't be scared, I ain't afraid. Just like that, come my way. That's my way. Do it like that and I repeat. Don't be scared, I ain't afraid. Just like that, come my way. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it like that. I like it. I like it. I like it.
All right, it's 20 minutes after 8, Radio and Capricorn breakfast. All right, welcome in case you've just joined us. All right, like that, featuring Goshimani, Doja Cat. All right, we were talking about this very interesting issue, an issue that I would like you to participate in. But before we go to that, let's just quickly take a commercial break.
Connect with us on WhatsApp and Telegram on 079 899 6226. Headlines.
All right, is 8:22 right now. Okay, let's just quickly go for that break, and then when we come back, we're checking out your messages.
In a competitive world filled with challenges, Boston's not just on your side, but by your side, enabling your success every step of the way, offering locally and globally accredited online learning for degrees, diplomas, higher certificates, postgraduate, and more. Study from home, work, or one of our 47 support centers where you'll find all the help you need. Boston City Campus. Registrations extended to 10 March. Register now. boston.ac.za. Serious about education. Serious about you.
Right, 23 minutes after 8, Capricorn breakfast. All right, let's just quickly go check out your messages. It's a very interesting topic that we're talking about right now. You get maybe a friend. A friend is about to take your position. Or you just about to take his position at work, and would you feel obliged to inform that person? How would you go about it? Am I forced to talk about it with my friend, or I just take a professional approach to it? Should there be any emotions attached to it? What is your stance on this one? Okay, let's check out the messages.
Hey, yeah, Ndindibu again. On the issue, yeah. On the topic, now I think if ever the person is a true friend, Udo Dakane, he will come to me and let me know, okay, I know you are the one maybe doing this or offered this, but apparently they also come and approach me, and apparently they are planning to take me instead of you, and I just wanted to run this by you and maybe to hear your view or what you would say. But I think if you are secretly conniving, yeah, that person won't be my friend anymore.
Morning team. No, in this issue, the problem is that you don't know what could have happened should the situation was vice versa. Or maybe I was the one who was on contract and then my friend was outside and then he found such a kind of opportunity. Would you leave it or would you take it? So now according to me, now I was going to grab it with both hands. ngathi vendor believer ore uwa mona ndo uwa mumwe. So you might find out that God is trying to bless you that way and you are not aware, then you deny it, and then you never get another chance. So now, if it was me, I know I was going to take it. So this is Rozani Musecho from Chiramba, currently listening to you via 97.60 in Bulovedu. Jones, welcome home.
Thank you.
Good morning, team. Good morning, Paul. Good morning, Jones.
Morning.
Fusani, and also Refilwe. This is Lindelan Mraudzi from Cape Town. I just want to participate on the topic of the day. Personally, I will take the job. But I will make my friend understand that I didn't snitch on him. I didn't go behind his back. As long as the job was offered to me fair and square, I will take it, because remember, we are living in a difficult economic condition in our country. So it's survival of the fittest. Even if I didn't take it, somebody else would have taken it. So my friend will have to be strong.
Okay, this one says, morning team. In this scenario, I will accept the offer regardless of what my friend will think of me, because I also don't know what he will do if he was in my position. In friendship, we value each other differently, so be it. Never trust a friend. We are together listening from Guyani, Kakupi.
So Lord the jungle.
Hey, you and Jane First. Thank you for keeping our frequency lit on 96.0.
uklana akimatata alifasi yo 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 alababa nazale yakana yo betala me khwai sale monati ka lapeng a o sa utlwana dintori fetohile malome ba re file dai ba nkile ba sa khutlile o fetohile yo 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 alele betsa tswang la beng beso beso fetohile yo yo o malume le boagana ba utlwani
All right, Caterpillar, 28 minutes to 9, Radio and Capricorn. Break fast. All right, Fifi is standing by.
Here comes the money.
Civil society organization in Limpopo, the Eyes of the Nation, has commended the Family Violence, Child Protection and Sexual Offences Unit of the Police for securing 47 life sentences handed down to perpetrators of gender-based violence. The Sekhukhune District Municipality says the skills, or rather its skills development training initiative, is in response to a skills audit report that highlighted critical gaps in its infrastructure and water services department. And President Cyril Ramaphosa will host Mozambican President Daniel Chapo today at the president's official residence in Cape Town. Maungu Ishtalo yatalanzela hi awara yankaye.
Here comes the money.
Looking at some of the leading financial and business stories this morning, a report on business tech says that insurance company Santam has seen a strong performance in 2024, but is becoming increasingly vigilant over increasing weather-related claims and high-value vehicle thefts, particularly delivery trucks. Presenting its results for the year ended 31 December 2024, the insurance giant noted a massive 128% increase in high-value vehicle theft claims. This is specifically on the commercial side, with delivery trucks as the main target. This reinforces a growing trend over the past few years of these vehicle types being targeted by hijackers in South Africa. Using 2019 as a base year, the group has been seeing an unsustainable trend in claims for these vehicles. In 2023, it imposed a range of correction actions on clients. This included measures to minimize exposure, such as doubling up on vehicle trackers and promoting Faraday pouches to prevent the cloning of keyless access signals. There's been also an increase in insurance premiums in line with heightened risks. Let's look at how the rand is performing, trading at 18 rand 64 cents to the US dollar, 23 rand 66 cents to the British pound, and 19 rand 53 cents to the euro. In your commodities, platinum at $959 US dollars 20 cents per ounce, gold at $2,892 US dollars 51 cents per ounce, and Brent crude oil at $71 US dollars 62 cents a barrel. That's it for your financial indicators.
Capricorn FM Sport. On and off the field, we've got you covered.
Yes, we do have you covered. Let's take a last look at our sports on the Capricorn Breakfast. Starting off with some domestic football news, where Mamelodi Sundowns head coach Miguel Cardoso says players have no choice but to adjust to their tight schedule. Meanwhile, Sundowns have won the last 7 league titles in a row, with their recent victory being a match against Kaizer Chiefs, when they won by a goal to nil, and on Saturday in the Betway Premiership. February fixtures were made up of 7 matches that are in the league and 1 Nedbank Cup game And in April, they will be back in action in the CAF Champions League in a two-legged quarter-final against ES Tunis over the space of a week. Masandawana are at the summit of the Betway Premiership standings with 54 points from 20 matches thus far. The Brazilians will be back in action on Wednesday when they take on Golden Arrows at the Mpumalanga Stadium out in KwaZulu-Natal. And Cardoso admits that players are tired, but working together to achieve a common goal has helped them win their matches.
We need a strong commitment in order to overcome the difficulties that we had until the moment that we continue to have, because as you know, on Wednesday we play again, and then on Saturday we play again, and then next week we play again on Wednesday, and then we play again on Saturday or Sunday. And our players after that, 13 of them will go for national teams and continue to play matches. Sometimes you have to hold the violins and play some drums, and we need to adjust. And having an orchestra that can feel the different moments the game has is the best way to make a good music, because in the end we need to win, and that's what I have also to look for the result. Let's hope we can continue to help the players. That's my job. When I pray together with my players before the match, I always thank God and tell him, please help me to be wise. Help me to help them.
And on to the tracks now, wherein a new era is dawned at Aston Martin with legendary F1 designer Adrian Newey starting work at the team on Monday. The 66-year-old Newey has joined Aston Martin as managing technical partner in a deal that was announced last September after 19 years at Red Bull. Trailing Newey's eagerly anticipated arrival on their social media channels on Sunday evening, Aston Martin posted a picture of what might be the Britain's new office in their Silverstone factory. Newey's arrival at Aston Martin comes with their car for the forthcoming 2025 season already having been designed. And also last week in Bahrain, they tested with Britain's main focus this year likely to be on the F1's major rules changes that will be for 2026. And his new team are eyeing a breakthrough at the front of the grid and are becoming Honda's new work engine partners. And lastly, rugby DHL Stormers director of rugby, John Dobson, says that the Springbok number 8, Evan Ross, is a much more mature player compared to 2 years ago. The Stormers beat the Vodacom Bulls 1916 in the URC Championship match at Loftus Versfeld this past weekend. Ross made his first URC appearance during the second half of the 2024-25 season after having gone under surgery for a niggling shoulder that ruled him out of the start of the campaign. He brought the storm as well as the fire in what was his most impressive URC outing in some time over the weekend. The loose forward helped to keep the Coptonians in the game when under pressure with crucial tackles as well as powerful carries, and then he came up with a decisive effort in the second last minute when he contested a breakdown and was rewarded with a penalty by referee Griffin Colby. Meanwhile, Dobson has now come out to say that the loose forward has come a long way and he hopes that he can continue in that trajectory.
I thought Evan is a giant. What I like about Evan now is not the Evan of 2 years ago. Or A, the hot-headed element's not there. But secondly, he's so well marked. And he still does all the yeoman work. So he's not doing the crazy breaks that he got and all that of a while ago. But he just carries and works and cleans. So it's a much more mature sort of player. It's a tough job because you get double tackled all the time, you know.
Bashu, that concludes all the sports. Now, Musinga Machuru manja mitambo tukisho murapa ama obafarana on the Capricorn Adventure. Until then, follow us on X at Capricorn FM News. Badwana more of your updates. Nandivu sani moyo, ndiwa Capricorn FM Sport. Nda.
Keeping you up to date with the latest sport news. Capricorn FM Sport. Breakfast just wouldn't be the same without complexion, pomashita, and of course, you. This is the Capricorn Breakfast on Limpopo's hottest frequency. Bring us along wherever you are this summer. Capricorn FM, Limpopo's hottest frequency.
So it's gonna be quite exciting because this is my first time doing this.
Yeah.
Mpo can't wait. My producer can't wait. So
Good morning, Jones. How are you?
Fine yourself.
Great, thank you.
Oh, that's
Hi,
great.
Mpo.
Hi.
I'm good, thank you. Okay, I'm gonna explain to you how the game goes. Okay.
Okay.
So you have 30 seconds. There's a 30 seconds timer right in front of you.
All right.
Can you see it?
Okay.
Right.
All right. Yeah.
There's the 30 seconds. Mpo's gonna go first with her contestant.
Yeah.
All right.
Right.
When I start?
Please remind me of Mpo's contestant.
Yeah, Kujo. Yeah.
Kujo and Mpo are gonna go first, and they will have 30 seconds. As soon as I say Kujo and Mpo, your 30 seconds starts now. You will click the 30 seconds timer, and Mpo will describe these words. I'm gonna give you Mpo's words because, you can see them. She can't. But those words that are there, Mpo will describe them to Kujo, and Kujo has to get them right. If he gets it right, she will say that's correct, and then they'll move on to the next word. You see, there's 4 words on here. She will have to get as many words correct as possible.
Can you repeat that?
You will see. I think you can repeat, but you will also see it in action when I'll go first.
Oh,
You'll see
okay.
it in
Okay,
action.
I get it now.
So that when
All
your
right,
time
okay.
comes, you
Yeah.
also get to see how it's done.
Yes.
Is that
so
okay?
It's 4 words here.
Yeah.
Mpo will have to describe every one of these words
Yeah.
without saying what the word actually is.
Yeah, okay.
And Kuja has to guess the word and get it correct.
All right.
Okay, Mpo, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Kuja, good morning.
Can you hear me? Oh, yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
All right. Are you ready to play with Mpo?
Yes, sir.
Did you understand the rules?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Your 30 seconds with Mpo. Jones, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Your 30 seconds with Mpo Kujo starts now.
Oof. So this is something that we beat to create a sound. We play it. When people play it at church, apostolic churches, they play this thing. It's a. Thank you. This is something that it's a measurement metric that is used in the U.S. We use kilometers. They use this metric.
Miles.
Thank you. And the singular.
All right.
Okay. All right.
Your 30 seconds is up, Kucho. Tulani. Tulani.
Let's see. Do we have Tulani ready? Tulani's
Oh,
ready.
all
There we go,
right.
Tulani.
Yeah, Tulani's here.
Tulani, can you hear me?
Yeah, Johnson.
Okay. Are you ready? Do you understand how the game is played?
Yeah, I understand.
Okay, great. Jones, are you ready?
The timer is ready. Are you ready?
Is the timer ready? Let me check the timer.
You can check it out.
Yeah. Are you ready, Jones? Are you feeling ready? We're going to give you your own new set of words that you can get to use. Okay?
All right.
Yeah, these are my words. Bring them here.
Yeah, don't study Mpo's words.
Don't study my words. It's not going to help you.
Okay.
It's not going to help you. Is the timer ready?
The timer is ready.
Okay.
When I say now, please click on the timer.
All right.
All right. Let's do this.
Tulani, your 30 seconds with Jones starts now.
Timer.
Okay.
All right. Let's do this.
All right. A famous basketball player who's got sneakers.
Oh. Hello?
A famous basketball player who's got sneakers.
A shoe.
Okay.
All right. A wife of a king.
A queen.
It was on the gong. I will give it to them.
Okay.
So you both have one each because Kujo said miles instead of mile, and I was
okay.
looking for a singular metric.
All right.
So we're going to go for a backup round. Kujo, are you ready to go again?
Kujo.
I think we lost Kujo.
Oh, Kujo.
We might as well
Kujo
take
is
this
gone.
to
Yeah, Kujo is
tomorrow.
gone.
Okay, yeah, let's try again tomorrow.
All right.
We'll try again.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how was I?
Let's do it on me.
Imagine.
It's okay, Tulani. I will call you again.
No, we'll call you again, Tulani. We need the other contestants on the line as well, and we're out of time, so we'll do it again tomorrow. Please be available when we call you. Ne?
Anytime.
All right, thank you so much. Have a good day, Tulani.
I'm doing a support.
Right, cool.
Yeah, no. I think I got a hang of it.
I think you got it, ne?
Yeah, I got it.
We're back tomorrow. I'm
yeah.
not playing with you.
All right.
I'm not playing with you tomorrow.
Tomorrow you're not playing with me.
Yeah, well, I am playing with
No,
you.
I will show you fire.
Okay.
Yeah?
All right.
I don't know. It opens a spoke word. Serious, tomorrow. It opens a spoke. All right. Guys, it was crazy. It was exciting to be with you from 6 in the morning till now. It was great to keep you company. Please continue to support all the programs. Tomorrow we're back again, same time, 6 to 9 on Capricorn Breakfast. All right, let's go to a song now. This is how we play out. We've got CB, a track called We Serve the Best. Yeah, that's the song.
Breakfast, we serve up the best. This is the Capricorn Breakfast with Complexion and Mboma Shita on Limpopo's hottest frequency.